In the today's class, we will see about another part of this chapter 4, that is your operator overloading. So we will discuss everything in detail about this operator overloading. We have in the previous at the time of this discussion of this polymorphism, I have already explained about what is polymorphism and what are the different types of polymorphism. There are two types of polymorphisms. One is static polymorphism, another is dynamic polymorphism. In case of static polymorphism, we have that is achieved by using two concepts. One is function overloading or constructor overloading, another is your operator overloading. And dynamic polymorphism is achieved by using a special concept called virtual functions. So in case of this operator overloading, so it is the ability to tell the compiler how to perform certain operations, certain operation when its corresponding operator is used on one or more variables. So based on the operator and based on the if it is performing with a one variable or if it is performing with two variables or if it is performing with three variables and those variables may be of different data types, then the operation that is going to be performed by this operator is different based on the context. That operator that whatever the operation that is done by that particular operator will be changed. That is called operator overloading. For example, the compiler acts differently with regards to subtraction operator. If you are taking this minus operator, then it will do different operations on different operands. So when it is placed on the left side of the numeric value, only single value if I'm using a single variable, then it is doing which operation? Yeah, just it is
Negative
considered,
number.
yeah, it is considered as negative number. That's it. And if I am using the same minus operator between two integer values, then what operation it will do? Subtraction operation.
Subtraction.
And when it is used between an integer and double precision number like 558 minus 9.27, the compiler subtracts the right number from the left number. The operation produces double precision number. Means whenever you are doing this operation, then from this number it will be subtracted, and after this one it will produces the float point number only. And if I am using this minus symbol, it is doubled and placed on one side of this variable, like minus minus variable. Okay, this is only single minus. Minus minus variable or variable minus minus, like minus minus a or a minus minus. Then it is used to do both increment and decrement operators. So what is the meaning of that one? Either I can add one value to that particular variable, or I can delete one value minus one from that particular variable. So all of these operations work because subtraction operator has been recognized in various situations to act appropriately. What is the meaning of this one? The same operator, minus operator only, but it is doing different operations depending upon the situation or depending upon the variable. If it is a single variable, then it is doing minus operation, negation operation or negative value. If you want to represent a negative value, then I will use this minus before that particular variable. And if I am using between two variables, then it is doing subtraction operation. And if it is doing between two variables only, but both variables of different types, then it will do something. And if I am using minus minus operator between this one two operators, then it is doing increment operator or decrement operator. Okay, so not increment, this is decrement operator, minus operator. Okay, so this concept is called operator overloading. The same operator is behaving differently in different situations is called operator overloading. So operator overloading is an important concept in C++. It is a compile time polymorphism in which an operator is overloaded to give user defined meaning to it. So in case of this operator overloading, uh, it is compile time polymorphism. So we have seen that operator overloading and function overloading comes under this compile time polymorphism, in which an operator is overloaded to give user defined meaning to it. Okay, next, in C++, we can make operators to work for user defined classes. This means C++ has the ability to provide the operators with a special meaning for a data type. This ability is known as operator overloading. So the ability to define a new operation for the existing operator is called operator overloading. So operator, same operator, but the definition of that operator, whatever the operation that is going to be performed by that operator may be changed, changed differently in different situations. That is called operator overloading. Overloaded operator is used to perform operation on user-defined data type. For example, plus operator can be overloaded to perform addition on various data types like integer, floating point, and string. Concatenation lo kuda plus operation cheyochu. That you will redefine. Okay. Concatenation చేస్తుంది. Whenever in case of Java, if you are taking Java or C++, not C++, if you are taking Java or .NET, whenever you are using like hello plus word, then it will do concatenation operation. But here plus operator only. But generally plus అంటే మీకు ఏమవుతుంది, just I just want to perform addition operation, then I will use this plus. So 10 plus 20. If I want to represent positive number, then I will do this one. And 1.5 plus 2 అని అంటే it will give positive the floating point number. And the next a plus plus అంటే ఇంక్రిమెంట్ ఆపరేషన్ జరుగుతుంది. సో సేమ్ ఆపరేటర్, అండ్ ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్ బిట్వీన్ టూ స్ట్రింగ్స్, దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ డూ కంకాటినేషన్ ఆపరేషన్ లైక్ హలో వర్డ్ ఇట్లా అవుతుంది. సో ద సేమ్ ప్లస్ ఆపరేటర్ ఓన్లీ, బట్ ఇట్ విల్ బిహేవ్ డిఫరెంట్లీ ఇన్ డిఫరెంట్ సిచ్యువేషన్స్. సో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఆపరేటర్ ఓవర్లోడింగ్. The advantage of operator overloading is to perform different operations on the same operand. Almost any operator can be overloaded in C++. So following are the list of overloaded operators. Okay, hope everyone is following, right? Hello.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So these are the operators that can be overloaded in C++, like arithmetic operators. Which are arithmetic operators? Plus, minus, into, and division and modulo operator. All these operators can be overloaded. And bitwise operators also I can overload, like ampersand, or negation, and cap symbol, that is power, and this is left shift, and this is right shift. And bitwise assignment operators, like which is called assignment operator, equal is the assignment operator. And if I am applying that assignment operator to the bitwise operator, that is called bitwise assignment operator, which are also called as compound assignment operators. Like ప్లస్ ఆపరేటర్ తోటి కూడా యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు నేను. అది ఎలా అంటే ప్లస్ ఈక్వల్ టు, మైనస్ ఈక్వల్ టు, స్టార్ ఈక్వల్ టు, ఆర్ బై ఈక్వల్ టు, ఓకే, లైక్ దిస్. అండ్ ఈవెన్ ampersand ఈక్వల్ టు, ఐ కెన్ యూజ్ ఎనీథింగ్. బిట్వైజ్ అసైన్మెంట్ ఆపరేటర్, దట్ ఈస్ ampersand ఈక్వల్ టు, ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు, క్యాప్ ఈక్వల్ టు, లెఫ్ట్ షిఫ్ట్ ఈక్వల్ టు, అండ్ రైట్ షిఫ్ట్ ఈక్వల్ టు. నెక్స్ట్ రిలేషనల్ ఆపరేటర్స్ అంటే విచ్ ఈజ్ యూజ్డ్ ఫర్ కంపేరింగ్. సో లెస్ దెన్, గ్రేటర్ దెన్, ఈక్వల్ టు, నాట్ ఈక్వల్ టు, లెస్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు, గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు. దీన్ని కూడా ఓవర్లోడ్ చేయొచ్చు. And logical operators kuda I can overload, like logical AND operation, logical OR operation, and logical NOT operation. Assignment operator equal to also I can overload. And arithmetic assignment operators, which is nothing but compound assignment operators. So plus equal to, minus equal to, those kind of arithmetic operators. And almost any operator can be overloaded. Following is the list of overloaded operators, like unary operators. Unary operators are ఏంటి? What is unary operator? What is binary operator? Yeah.
Hello? Unary means which work on only one variable. Binary means which are placed between two variables.
Very good. Okay. So unary operator I can use only on a single variable. So that is nothing but plus plus, minus minus, and minus. Minus అనేది కూడా unary minus. It is not subtraction. Unary minus అంటారు. Next unary plus. Unary plus అంటే just you, if you want to represent a positive number. And this is your plus plus, minus minus. That is nothing but increment operator and decrement operator. These are all called unary operators, because I can use this unary operator using a single variable only. Like plus a అన్నాను అనుకోండి, దెన్ అర్థం ఏంటిది? a ఈక్వల్ టు ప్లస్ a అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ పాజిటివ్ నెంబర్. a ఈక్వల్ టు మైనస్ a అంటే దెన్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద వాల్యూ దట్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్ a, దట్ విల్ బి నెగేటెడ్. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ unary minus and unary plus. All these are unary operators. And subscripting operator, which is nothing but indexing operator. This is also called as indexing operator. Subscripting or indexing operator, which is used in the arrays. So this is also I can overload. And dereference operator, difference kaadu idi, dereference. So dereference operator, dereference. So dereference operator is nothing but asterisk, which is used in the pointers. Whenever if I am creating a pointer variable like int star ptr, and there is another variable int a, then ptr equal to ampersand a, then if I want to print that value that is there inside that particular pointer is nothing but star ptr. So this star is nothing but dereference operator అని అంటారు. సో దీన్ని కూడా మనం ఓవర్లోడ్ చేయొచ్చు. Function call operator, whenever I want to call the function, then I have to use this this one. So that's why I have to parenthesis. This is called function call operators. And address of operator, that is nothing but ampersand, you will use in the address. This is called address of operator used in the pointers or scanf statements in C language. So this is also I can overload. So these are all the operators that I can be overloaded, and some more operators which can be overloaded, like member access through member pointer. So how can you access these pointer variables? By using this arrow, this one, okay? Member access through member pointer operator. Member pointer operator, and then I will use this star. So asterisk, arrow star, and normal member access through object pointer operator is nothing but this one, object pointer operator, and dynamic allocation and release operation. So these operators also I can overload, like new operator, delete operator, new operator, delete operator. So this new is nothing but single. So if I want to allocate the memory, it's always better to use pointer only. Whenever you are allocating the memory using new operator, then better to use new. So PTR equal to new int, like this. This is called a PTR, and delete PTR is used to deallocate the memory for this pointer. So if you want to allocate the memory for the array means int star a, ARR. Then if you want to allocate the memory for this array, then I have to use like in new int of 5. Then it will allocate only 5 bytes of memory for this particular array. Here int star PTR, here I can directly write ARR equal to new int 5. Okay, and if I want to delete this particular array, delete, okay, ARR, like this. So this syntax we will use. So these 4 operators also I can overload, and comma operator. So this is a single comma. This operator also I can overload. Okay, got it? All of you got it, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is this one? I am discussing about operator overloading. That is nothing but the same operator may behave differently in different situations. So the process of defining a new definition for the existing operator is called operator overloading. So there are a number of operators are there which can be overloaded, like arithmetic operators, bitwise assignment operators, relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, arithmetic assignment operators, unary operators, subscripting or indexing operator, dereference operators, function call operators, address of operators, member access through member pointer operator. Okay, all these are the operators that can be overloaded. And this is most frequently asked question: which are the operators that cannot be overloaded? In ESET point of view, exam point of view also, you can get for 3 marks question. Okay, which are the following operators that cannot be overloaded in C++? There are many number of operators that cannot be overloaded. So some of the operators that cannot be overloaded is scope resolution operator. You know, right? Where we will use this scope resolution operator? Yeah.
Outside.
Yeah. When member function I want to define outside, then I have to use this scope resolution operator. So దీన్ని నేను overload చేయలేను. Size of operator, which is used to know the size of the data types, size any data type, that may be user defined data type కావచ్చు, built-in data types కావచ్చు, దేని size అయినా తెలుసుకోవడానికి we will use this size of operator. This size of operator cannot be overloaded. Member access operator, that is nothing but a dot. If I want to access the members of a class by using object, then I will use object dot member name. That may be function, that may be data member. So whatever we are having this member access operator, that cannot be overloaded. And pointer to member access operator, that is nothing but dot star. Okay, dot star, this is also I cannot overload. And ternary operator, which is nothing but what? Ternary operator ante entidi? Yeah, what is ternary operator?
Conditional.
Very good. Conditional operator. Okay. Why it is called ternary operator? Because it is taking three arguments. The first one is condition. If the condition is true, then these statements will be executed. If the condition is false, then these type of statements will be executed. So here condition is there, and true statements will be there, and false statements. So total 3 parameters, 3 different types are there. So that's why that is called ternary operator. And next, runtime type information operator. If I want to know the type ID for everything, for every data type or for anything, one identification number will be allocated. So if I want to know about that type information, then I will use this type ID. So type ID is function, or type ID keyword. So this type ID is also it can type ID operator actually, type ID operator which cannot be overloaded. So these are the some of the operators that cannot be overloaded in C++. One is your scope resolution operator, size of operator, member access operator, and pointer to member access operator, ternary operator, and runtime type information operator. So these are some of the operators that cannot be overloaded. Clear? All of you clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next, what is the syntax to define this operator function outside the class? I can define inside the class or outside the class, but what is the syntax for defining a operator function inside the class? First we will see inside the class. So it is like a function only. Operator also it is a function only. Operator overloading antene operator function anedi undi. So what is the syntax is return type. So this is any function will have return type. So return type and name of the class కాకుండా name of the function ఉంటుంది. జనరల్ గా ఒక ఫంక్షన్ కి అయితేనేమో రిటర్న్ టైప్, నేమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫంక్షన్, పారామీటర్స్. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏంటిదంటే ఆపరేటర్ అనే కీవర్డ్ ఉంటుంది. బికాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆపరేటర్ మెంబర్ ఫంక్షన్ కాబట్టి, ఆపరేటర్ ఫంక్షన్ కాబట్టి ఆపరేటర్ ఇస్ ద కీవర్డ్. సో రిటర్న్ టైప్, ఆపరేటర్ అండ్ సింబల్. ఏ సింబల్ అయితే మీరు ఓవర్లోడ్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారో ఆ సింబల్, దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఆపరేటర్ సింబల్. సో హియర్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు use return type, operator, and what is the symbol. So that is called operator symbol. I will write operator symbol, and it will say it may take some parameters. So this is called parameters or arguments. So I will write it as parameters, and this is the body of the operator function. So what is the syntax to define inside the class? So this is your class name. So inside the class, if I want to define, then I will define within the public section. This is operator. So what is the syntax for operator function to define inside the class? Okay, is nothing but return type, and operator is the keyword, and what is the operator that I want to overload, and what are the parameters that I want to send to this operator function. If I want to define outside, then what is the syntax? Return type, and you have to write what whenever you want to define ఎనీ ఫంక్షన్, మెంబర్ ఫంక్షన్ కానీ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ కానీ దేనైనా అవుట్ సైడ్ డిఫైన్ చేయాలంటే ఏం యూజ్ చేయాలి?
క్లాస్ నేమ్
స్కోప్ రెజల్యూషన్ ఆపరేటర్. ఓకే,
స్కోప్ రెజల్యూషన్ ఆపరేటర్.
రైట్, క్లాస్ నేమ్ స్కోప్ రెజల్యూషన్ ఆపరేటర్. సో ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు redefine this outside the class, then I will write like return type. First I have to write the return type, and what is the name of the class? That is your class name, and you have to use scope resolution operator, and after this one you have to use this operator keyword. And what is the symbol that I want to overload? That is nothing but operator symbol. So operator symbol, and what are the parameters it will take? So I will write these parameters because it is a member function. So always it will take the parameters. So if I want to define inside the class, then directly I will write return type. Operator is the keyword, and what is the operator that I want to overload, and it will take some parameters. And if I want to define outside the class, then I have to write return type, name of the class, scope resolution operator, and operator is the keyword, and which operator symbol I want to overload, and it will take parameters. So here return type is nothing but it is the type of the value returned by the function, and class name is the name of the class. This class name is the name of the class, and operator and operator symbol, it is nothing but operator function. So always you have to use this operator keyword, and దాని తర్వాత వెంటనే మీరు ఆపరేటర్ సింబల్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. లైక్ నేను ఒక ప్లస్ ఆపరేటర్ని ఓవర్లోడ్ చేద్దాం అనుకున్నాను అనుకోండి, ఐ విల్ రైట్ ఆపరేటర్ ప్లస్ లైక్ దిస్. అండ్ ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు ఓవర్లోడ్ మైనస్ ఆపరేటర్, దెన్ ఐ విల్ రైట్ ఆపరేటర్ మైనస్. అండ్ ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు ఓవర్లోడ్ ఏ బైనరీ ఆపరేటర్ like unary operator, then plus plus. If I want to overload another operator like operator less than or equal to, so this is nothing but relational operator. And if I want to overload any other operator like equal to, assignment operator, then I will write like this, single equal to or double equal to. Okay, all these operators. Okay, got it? All of you following, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is the syntax to create a operator function, and if I want to overload any operator, then I have to write like normal function only, but only thing is here we have to use operator is the keyword, and which operator you want to overload. Function name anedi compulsory operator, which operator you want to overload, that you have to write. And argument is nothing but what are the parameters that I can send to this operator function. I think again it is repeated. Okay, right. So what are the rules for operator overloading? So this is also you can expect for 3 marks question. Like the first rule or fundamental rule is the overloaded operator contains at least one operand of the user defined data type. So compulsory మీరు ఓవర్లోడ్ చేస్తున్న ఆపరేటర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో దాని ఫంక్షన్ లో ఆపరేటర్ ఫంక్షన్ లో అట్లీస్ట్ one operand of the user defined data type. Okay, we will see in the example. Next, we cannot use friend function to overload certain operators. However, the member function can be used to overload those operators. By using the friend function, I cannot override some of the operators. Like I think I have this arrow symbol. This you cannot override using friend function. Like this, we have some operators. Next, when unary operators are overloaded through a member function, take no explicit arguments. But if they are overloaded by using this friend function, it will take one argument. Okay. So whenever you are using this unary operator, so there are two important concepts in the operator overloading. One is binary operator overloading, another is unary operator overloading. In case of unary operator overloading, I will try to overload unary operators. In case of binary operator overloading, I will try to overload binary operators. Got it? All of you. Yeah.
Yes.
So binary operators overload చేసేటప్పుడు I can overload using member functions, operator as member function or operator as friend function. అదే ఆపరేటర్ అనేది మెంబర్ ఫంక్షన్ అయితే it will take only one argument. ఏది in case of binary operator overloading, and if it is by using friend function, it will take two arguments. We will see with examples. And in case of unary operator overloading, if I want to overload through member function, then it won't take any arguments. But if you are overloading using friend function, it will take one argument. We will discuss all these in detail. So next we will go to, yeah. The screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Right. So here we will discuss in detail. So example programs to overload binary operators. So first, binary operator is an operator that takes two operands. Okay, always binary antene పేరు ఎందుకు వచ్చింది దానికి? Binary operators is an operator that takes two operands or two variables. Okay, so binary operator overloading is similar to unary operator overloading, except that a binary operator overloading requires additional parameter. We will discuss. Okay. Now next, what are the different types of binary operators? Like we have arithmetic operators, plus, minus, into, division, and multi operator. And next, arithmetic assignment operators like plus equal to, minus equal to, and multiplication equal to, by equal to, percentile equal to. And these are the relational operators. All these are binary operators. So binary operators requires two operands, and they are overloaded by using member functions and friend functions. So we have this binary operator overloading. First we are discussing about operator overloading. In case of this operator overloading, we have two important concepts. One is your binary operator overloading and unary operator overloading. In case of binary operator overloading, I will try to overload binary operators, plus, minus, equal to, all these things. Okay, different. These are called binary operators. In case of unary operators, I will try to overload only unary operators like plus, plus, minus, minus, which will take only one variable. So here, in case of this binary operator overloading, I can do this binary operator overloading through member functions. This is one thing. And I can do this using friend functions. So this operator can be friend function, or it operator can be member function. Same unary operator also I will do using member functions and friend functions. So these four, I will get four programs. So these four programs will complete this part. Okay. So first, overloading binary operators using member functions. Okay. So if overloaded as a member function, binary operators requires one argument. Only it will take one argument only. Whenever I am overloading binary operator using member functions, it will take only one argument. Ante ipudu nenu return type. What is the syntax? Return type. And what is operator? And I am taking the binary operator, right? So plus is the binary operator. I am thinking like plus is an addition operator, which is binary operator, and it will take only one argument. Okay, this is the thing that you have to remember. Okay, whenever I am doing through binary operator overloading, if I want to perform using member function, that is operator as member function, then it will take only one argument. The argument contains the value of the object, okay, value of the object which is to the right of the operator. So if you want to perform the addition of two objects O1 and O2, the overloading function should be declared as like ఇప్పుడు మామూలుగా నాకు క్లాస్ A undi, so I just want to create like int main. So this class A int main. So I am creating a object A, O1, O2, O3. Then I just want to create like O3 equal to O1 plus O2. Is this possible? Can anyone tell? Is this possible? Here I have int A, okay, and in the constructor I am defining there like I am initializing A to 2, A to 3, something like this. Then is it possible? Yeah, it is not possible because this O1 is of an object type and O2 is an object type, and both objects I just want to do addition operation. But general ga addition cheyalante compulsory em avali addition ki compulsory both should be integer values kavali lekapothe float values kavali lekapothe compulsory long values kavali ila integer values kavali but numerical values kavali or that may be floating point values kavali. But here I am trying to add two objects, but that can be possible through this operator overloading. So దాని కోసం మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే inside this one I will create a what it will return, it may return A type, okay, because it will once two objects are added then it will return another object like that I am thinking. So A it will take and operator plus of it will take, I won't consider this one, I will directly take only one object. So whichever the object that I want to add, that only I will consider. So like this I will try to write, okay. So that is nothing but whenever we learned that member function can be called by using the class of that object, hence the called member function is always preceded by the object. Here in the above statement the object O1 invokes the function operator and the object O2 used as an argument. So ఇక్కడ దీని అర్థం ఏంటంటే ఇది ఇంటర్నల్ గా ఎలా కాల్ అవుతుందంటే O1 డాట్ ఆపరేటర్ ప్లస్ అని చెప్పేసి O2. So this is the syntax, okay. O1 dot operator plus of O2. Got it? O1 dot operator plus of O2. So whenever I try to add these two objects, generally it is not possible, but by using this operator ela chestanante O1 dot operator plus of O2. Got it? That only they have written, okay. So we will see one example, then you will understand. So the data members of O1 are passed directly and the data members of O2 are passed as an argument, okay. So O1 అనేవి డైరెక్ట్ గా పాస్ అవుతాయి and O2 అనేవి ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ లాగా పాస్ అవుతాయి. While overloading binary operators, the left hand operand calls the operator function and the right hand operator is used as argument. So always whenever you are overloading the binary operators using member function, then the left side unnatundi whenever I try to add to this thing, then left side unnadi it will be acting which is used to call the operator function like O1 dot, so operator function, and the right side unnadi edaithe undo that will be acting like a argument, okay. So we will see one of the example program like we are having two complex numbers like C1 is one complex number that is nothing but something 10 plus 5i, and we have another complex number C2 is nothing but 3 plus 4i, something like this. Then I just want to add C3 equal to C1 plus C2. Is it possible normally? If two numbers are of complex type, by using plus operator can I add? Yeah, can I add two complex numbers using plus operator? I cannot, right? So but by using this operator function I can do that operation. So what is that I will do is just in case of this operator function I will try to write the code that is related to add these two complex numbers ante, okay. We will try to write that code. So దాని కోసం మనం ఏం చేస్తానంటే నేను I will try to take this C1 plus C2. So internal గా ఎలా కాల్ చేస్తుందంటే C1 dot operator plus of C2 ఇలా కాల్ చేస్తున్నాను ఇంటర్నల్ గా. సో దీనికోసం నేను ఏం చేస్తానంటే I will, because two complex numbers add చేసినప్పుడు నాకు complex number బయటకు వస్తుంది కాబట్టి the return type is complex and operator, and which operator I am overloading plus, and it is taking the second parameter, that is complex C2. So now I will try to write like I will take one complex number. So whatever the code that I will write, like temporary number and the temp dot real equal to real plus C2 dot real. I will write like this, and temp dot imaginary part equal to imaginary plus C2 dot imaginary, and I will return this temp. That's it. So whatever the code that is required for this plus operator will be redefined inside this operator function. That's why it will perform this addition of these two complex numbers. Got it? What I am doing is, whatever the plus operation, basic of plus అనేది చేసేది ఏంటిది, ఓన్లీ ఎడిషన్ బిట్వీన్ టూ ఇంటీజర్ వాల్యూస్ కానీ లేదా ఫ్లోటింగ్ వాల్యూస్ కానీ. బట్ బై యూజింగ్ దిస్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ చేంజింగ్ ద బేసిక్ ఆపరేషన్ ఆఫ్ ప్లస్. అంటే ప్లస్ అన్ని పెడితే నాకు మైనస్ రావాలి అని అనుకోండి, అది జనరల్గా కోడ్ ద్వారా నేను చేయొచ్చు మైనస్ అని. బట్ యాక్చువల్గా దాని బేసిక్ ఆపరేషన్ ప్లస్ అనేది చేసే ఎడిషన్ ఆపరేషన్ని చేంజ్ చేయలేను. ఓన్లీ ప్లస్ ద్వారా మైనస్ ఎలా చేయాలంటే ఆపరేటర్ ప్లస్ లోపల నేను ఇక్కడ మైనస్కి సంబంధించిన కోడ్ ఇక్కడ రాస్తాను. ఆర్ ప్లస్ ఆపరేషన్ పెట్టినప్పుడు నాకు కంపారిజన్ జరగాలనుకోండి, కంపారిజన్కి సంబంధించిన కోడ్ అనేది నేను ఇక్కడ రాస్తాను. అక్కడ ఆపరేటర్ ప్లస్ ఏ, బట్ ఇట్ విల్ డూ కంపారిజన్ ఆపరేషన్. హౌ మీన్స్ whatever the logic that is related to that operator will be redefined inside this operator function. Got it? All of you got it, right? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is your operator overloading or overloading binary operators using member functions. But operator overloading or binary operator overloading and unary operator overloading you can do by using the friend function. So how you can do this friend function? Because friend function can be used alternatively with member functions for overloading these binary operators. The friend function requires two operands to be passed. Only thing is the difference between friend functions. If I want to do the binary operation, okay, if I want to do this binary operator overloading, now I am discussing about binary operator overloading. In the tomorrow's class we will discuss unary operator overloading. This binary operator overloading I can do using I can perform using member functions, and I can also perform using friend functions. So whenever I want to do this using member functions, then I am for example I am taking this O1 plus O2, then what is this one is O1 dot operator plus of O2, because this member function I can access by using this objects. Okay, I can access by using this one. So O1 dot operator plus n. But friend function is not a member function. So that's why O3 equal to O1 plus O2 ఉన్నప్పుడు friend function కి కంపల్సరీ మీరు ఆపరేటర్ ప్లస్ అని రాయాల్సి వస్తుంది. ఆపరేటర్ ప్లస్ ఆఫ్ O1 కామా O2. ఎందుకంటే మీరు యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ మెంబర్ ఫంక్షన్ I can call by using O1 dot operator plus of O2. Only I can pass only single argument. Whenever I want to do this binary operator overloading using member functions, then this operator function will take only single argument. But whenever I want to do this binary operator overloading using friend functions, then this operator function will take what? How many arguments? Two arguments. Okay. We will see that in detail. So in the second statement, two objects are passed to the operator function. The use of member function and friend function produces the same result. Result same అయినప్పటికీ కానీ, but whenever I want to do this binary operator overloading using member functions, then it will take operator function will take only one parameter. But whenever I want to do this binary operator overloading using friend function, then this operator function will take two arguments. We will discuss with examples. So now I will try to discuss with examples. Is the screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we will see this binary operator overloading with example programs. So this is your binary operator overloading. So in case of this one, same. We are using this IO stream. namespace, and here we are having this class time. So I just want to add two time objects. This program we have already seen this one. This is class time. Inside this class time, I just want to add two time values. That's it. Okay. So what is the this one is just time t1 plus time t2. So t1 plus t2 చేస్తే జనరల్ గా నాకు ఆల్రెడీ మీకు ఆ లాజిక్ తెలుసు. t1 plus t2 టూ టైమ్స్ యాడ్ చేయడానికి లాజిక్ తెలుసు. ఆ టైమ్స్ యాడ్ చేసే లాజిక్ అనేది యూ విల్ రైట్ ఇన్సైడ్ వేర్ యూ విల్ రైట్ దట్ లాజిక్ ఇన్సైడ్. Yeah. Can anyone guess? So you will write that particular logic inside this operator function. So here I have this hours, minutes, seconds, and in the public section I have this time, which is a constructor, that to default constructor, and it is assigning these hours to 0, minutes to 0, and seconds to 0. So what is the meaning of this one? Whenever the object is created, like whenever I am creating the object for this time itself, these values are initialized to this 0 hours, minutes, seconds, 0, 0, 0 initialize అవుతుంది. Next, I want to define a function like void set time, which is nothing but which is used to get the time, okay. Otherwise I can take it as get time. So because I just want to take the value from the keyboard, so I will write like this get time. So this is a get time function which is used to take the values. Otherwise you can take a parameterized constructor also, you can take like that also, but here I am taking get time function. What is this one? Enter the hours, enter the hour 0 to 11 only, enter the minutes 0 to 59, enter the seconds 0 to 59. These values will be entered, get time function. And I just want to add two time values. So for this one I am using member function only. Using member function only I want to do. So always whenever I am using member function, then it will take only one parameter. So that's why time, because if whenever I add two time values, I will get another time. So that's why time, it will return time, and operator is the keyword, and plus operator I want to overload. This is nothing but binary operator overloading. Plus operator I just want to overload, and it is taking time object, and show method or display method which is used to display hours, minutes, seconds. So get time, which is used to read those values. Now I am writing the code related to this one time, and I want to define outside define చేస్తున్నాను. Get time అయినా operator అయినా I just want to define these two functions outside the class, and this show అనేది నేను inside the class define చేస్తున్నాను. So get time అనేది I will define outside. So that's why first I am writing the return type, and the next one is name of the class, scope resolution operator, and get time. And after this one I am entering the hours, entering the minutes, and entering the seconds. And after this one, just 1 minute. Yeah, okay, yeah. So this is your get time, and in case of this operator plus function, okay, so whatever the logic that is related to adding these two times, that I will write inside this operator plus function. So because it will return time, and I am defining outside the class, that is time is the class. So time scope resolution operator plus is the operator is the keyword, and plus is the operator, and it will take whenever I want to do this binary operator overloading using member function. Always this operator function will take only one argument. So here I have this time t, I am creating a temporary variable time t, and seconds, milliseconds, and same logic మనం ఇంత ముందు చూసిన object, whenever I am sending objects as arguments using అక్కడ ఉన్న లాజిక్. సో ఫస్ట్ సెకండ్స్ యాడ్ చేస్తాను, దాని తర్వాత after that one I will divide that particular, I will get the seconds percentile 60, which will give the seconds. Now minutes I will calculate, minutes అంటే seconds by 60 plus minutes plus t1 dot minutes, and t dot minutes equal minutes percentile 60. Hours is nothing but minutes by 60 plus hours, and after this one I will calculate the total hours, and once everything is done I will return that particular t. So here I am having this time t1, t2, t3. Enter the first time. So first time I will enter by using this get time function, and second time also I will enter by using this get time. Once these two times are, whenever I am using this t1 plus t2 అని చేయగానే వెంటనే ఇన్సైడ్ ఏం జరుగుతుందంటే, ఇన్సైడ్ ఇట్ విల్ కాల్ లైక్ t1 డాట్ ఆపరేటర్ ప్లస్ ఆఫ్ t2. So T1 dot operator plus of T2. So this will be done. T1 dot operator plus of T2. So T1 dot operator plus అనగానే ఇక్కడ కాల్ అవుతుంది. ఆపరేటర్ ప్లస్ అని చెప్పేసి ఆ T2 అనేది ఇక్కడ కాపీ అవుతుంది. సో it will do all those operations and after this one it will return. So again whatever the result that is written that will be stored in the T3. So it will show the first time and it will show the second time and it will show both the times. Got it? All of you got it right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here only thing is మీరు ఇంత ముందు చూసిన లాజిక్ అనేది you will write inside this one. That is only the difference, that is operator function. So general గా నేను ప్లస్ అనే ఆపరేషన్ ని I will do only to add two integer values or floating values. But if I want to add two time values, then I am redefining the plus operation inside this operator plus function. So I will try to execute this program. First I will save this program and after this one I will try to compile this program. Yeah, the compilation is successful. Now I will try to run this program. So enter the first time value. So first time hours, I will enter 5 hours, minutes 45 minutes, and seconds something like 35 seconds. And second time I just want to enter, that is 6 hours, and minutes 47 minutes, and seconds 55 seconds. So the first time is 5:45, 35, 6:47, 55. And sum of both times is 0. So that is nothing but it is getting as 12
Hour.
whenever it is, yeah. So that is nothing but 12 ne it is making it as 0 and 45, 35. So this is 30 seconds and 33. So we will try to see why it is giving that value. So if it is greater than that particular 11, then it is giving because hours percentile 12 అని చేస్తుంది కదా. Okay, so that's why it is giving that value. Okay, so 12 percentile 12 అంటే ఏమవుతుందంటే 0 అవుతుంది. So that's why it is showing that value. 1 minute. So as it is I am doing this 12 by 12, 12 percentile 12, it is because whenever I am adding that 6 plus 5 plus 1, that is 12. So that is giving 0, but it is calculating correctly only. So we will see one more example. So is the screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Right. So here I am taking IO stream and namespace and employee. So within this employee we have this private employee ID and salary, and within this public we have this employee is the constructor which is assigning this employee ID to 0 and salary to 0.0. And after this one I am setting the values void operator equal to employee, yeah, this one just I am displaying these values. So this is your, I just want to overload, before going to this example we will see first this one. So here I just want to add these complex numbers by using the friend function. So before friend we will see this example. First we will see this example like IO stream, okay, complex. So within the complex number we have this real part and imaginary part. Within the public section we have this accept, and which is taking both the real part and imaginary part values, and overloading this plus operator using friend function. So whenever I am overloading using friend function, compulsory I have to take 2 arguments, but whenever I want to overload using normal, then it will take only single argument. So for the same example we will try to do both using friend function and member function, operator as friend function and operator as member function. So before doing friend function, first I will try to do the using operator function. So for operator function, complex operator, and always whenever I am using this operator as member function, it is always better to it is compulsory you have to take only one argument only, and display is used to display the values, real part and imaginary, just it will display the value. And complex operator plus complex, only one argument only, and I am defining outside. So I am defining outside kabatti compulsory complex it will return, and you have to define like complex scope resolution operator, and what is the name of the whenever you want to define this operator you have to use operator keyword and which operator you want to overload. And complex C, I am creating another complex, this is temporary, okay, you can create temporary because it has to return. So I have to write like return statement, so that's why I have to create this complex temp, and temp dot real. So this is nothing but temp dot real equal to directly I can take real plus this. This is second number, because first number it will directly come, because I am calling like c1 dot operator plus of c2 కాబట్టి ఇట్లా వస్తుంది c2 dot real. And second also imaginary directly I will get, but for this one we will have this temp dot imaginary. So imaginary plus c2 dot imaginary, and it will return that particular temp. And after this one I will try to take this int main and complex c1 c2 sum. Okay, these are the, I just want to do this complex numbers. So this is your first because I am creating the object for this one. So complex c1 anagane ventane it will as c1, just it will create object, because I am not creating any constructor. So c1 c2 sum, first into the cout enter first complex number c1 dot accept. So it will go to this one, and it will take those real and imaginary part. And c2 dot accept anagane it will take those imaginary parts, real part and imaginary part. And after this one I will try to do this c1 plus c2 అని అవ్వగానే, generally plus is used to do addition between two integer values or floating values, but here both are complex numbers. So that's why I am redefining that by using this operator plus. So ఇక్కడ internal గా ఏం కాల్ అవుతుందంటే c1 dot operator plus of c2, ఇది జరుగుతుంది. సో అందుకని ఇక్కడ ఆపరేటర్ ప్లస్ లోకి వెళ్తుంది అండ్ సెకండ్ పారామీటర్ తీసుకుంటుంది. ఫస్ట్ పారామీటర్ డైరెక్ట్ గా ఈ c1 నుంచి వస్తుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ రియల్ ప్లస్ c2 డాట్ రియల్ అండ్ ఇమాజినరీ ప్లస్ c2 డాట్ ఇమాజినరీ. అండ్ ఆఫ్టర్ దిస్ వన్ కాంప్లెక్స్ నెంబర్ ఫస్ట్ ఏంటిది డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది, సెకండ్ డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది, థర్డ్ డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది. దట్స్ ఇట్. ఓకే, సో యా కరెక్ట్. సో నౌ ఐ విల్ ట్రై టు సేవ్ దిస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. ఐ విల్ ట్రై టు కంపైల్ దిస్. Yeah, compilation done successfully. Now I will try to run this program. So enter first complex number, like this is the real part and this is imaginary part, and second complex number 4 is the real part and 5 is the imaginary part, and 2 plus 3i is the two complex numbers. And what is the addition of this real and imaginary part? 4 plus 2 is 6 and 5 plus 3 is 8. Got it? All of you got
Yes,
it?
sir.
Right. So this is two complex numbers and addition. Generally I cannot do this addition by using normal ga nenu two complex number just c1 plus c2 ante jaragadu, but whatever the logic that is related to this plus operator, that will be redefined in the operator function. Got it? All of you got it, right?
Yes, sir.
So the same thing we will try to do using friend function. So in case of this friend function, I will use this friend keyword. This is your friend keyword, and friend function is not a member function of the class. అది మీరు గుర్తుంచుకోండి. మీ ఫ్రెండ్ గుర్తుంచుకోవడం కాదు, ఆల్రెడీ యూ నో that friend function is not a member function to the class. So friend complex operator plus, always friend function to చేసినప్పుడు it will take two parameters. That's why it is complex comma complex. And friend function అనేది member function కాదు కాబట్టి దీనికోసం నేను స్కోప్ రెజల్యూషన్ ఆపరేటర్ యూజ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. నార్మల్ గా ఫంక్షన్ ఎలా రాస్తానో అలా రాస్తాను. సో ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ కాంప్లెక్స్ operator plus and it will take two parameters. So that's why it's complex c1 comma complex c2. So complex c2. So now temp dot real equal to ikkada nenu em cheyalante c1 dot real and c1 dot imaginary part. And after this one the same thing, c1 plus c2, that's it. Only thing ikkada em avutundante, ikkada ela call avutundante operator plus of c1 comma c2 అని call అవుతుంది, because it is a friend function. So now I will try to compile this program. Now I will try to run this program. 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is nothing but 5 plus 7 is 12 and 6 plus 8 is 14. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is all about friend function. Okay. So using friend function, I am overloading the binary operator. By using friend function, whenever I am overloading the operators or binary operator, then it will take two parameters. And by using member function, if I am overloading the binary operator, it will take only one parameter. And whatever the logic that is used to do this operator binary operator operation, that you will write inside this operator function only.
Yes, sir.
Right. So in the tomorrow's class we will see what is unary operator. Okay then, thank you all.